What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul.
I'm Morgan.
In today's video, we thought we would open up and talk about a few layers of life that have been difficult.
Yes. Is that your intro?
Yep.
Okay, great. Before we get into that, though, make sure you subscribe. We give commentary on culture, social issues, and faith to help you be in the world.
But of the word. Amen. Help us, Lord. All right, Morgan. This is going to be super conversational.
Yes.
This is going to be super conversational. We didn't go live yesterday. I was sitting on the couch preparing a video topic. Can we just tell them what the video topic was going to be?
Sure, if you want.
It was going to be on Matt Chandler being reinstated to his preaching position at the Village Church. We're about to, I'm literally working on the thumbnail and things just kind of go south. But it wasn't just immediately things started going south. Mm-hmm. There was a buildup of unresolved challenges, and they just kind of hit at that moment. It was yesterday, maybe around 2:30 or 3, and then it just carried over, and then really it wasn't till that evening that things really hit a crescendo, and we're about to dive into that. If you guys listen seriously though, if you enjoy these types of vulnerable conversations, show some love, give this video a thumbs up. We appreciate it. Morgan, do you want to just kind of kick things off?
Yes. Well, okay. Let me just start off with saying that postpartum is insane. I'm not struggling with postpartum depression, but I do get the baby blues every now and again. And I read recently in an article that baby blues come and can last from 24 hours to 72 hours. And if they last longer than that, up to a week, then it kind of turns into postpartum depression. Well, I haven't felt that. Usually I just get hit every now and again, every 7 to 10 days with one 24-hour period where I'm just feeling very heavy and stressed and anxious
and
confused.
The interesting thing is it's not just Morgan. I feel like, and I even told my guy doing my physical therapy today, it feels like maybe once a week, literally, we just there's a day when it just feels like it's kind of crumbling and communication is just not good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it just life seems heavier that day. And yeah. So yesterday was that day for me. I was really struggling. And one of the main things that I struggle with when I'm hit with this is I don't really know how to put it other than saying, I just feel very, very stupid. And I'm not, dogging on myself, but, that's just the best way I know how to explain it, because it feels like my brain, will not work. I'll sit down and I'll read something. I'll try to read the word or read a post that someone made on Instagram, and literally 3 words in, I'm gone. Nothing has processed, and I have to read something sometimes 10 times before it actually, sits. Papa, it's just so loud. And, conversations with people. Paul asked me to do something yesterday, and, it went in one ear and out the other. There were 3 or 4 other things that we talked about. Totally forgot that we talked about them. I just felt so dumb. And I don't know.
Hey, you're not dumb, baby girl. Seriously. You heard it here. Morgan is anything but dumb.
Yeah, I know that I'm not dumb, and I also know that this is postpartum mother brain, somewhat sleep deprivation, which I am sleeping some, but not as much.
Let's get a little more specific.
Yes.
I remember, Morgan, it was yesterday at some point praying. I prayed to the Lord, and it was one of those prayers of a lot of times you can pray very specific, but this prayer was Lord, I just It feels like there's a weight. There's kind of a weight over us, over our work, over just life. And I was like, Lord, please just help. That was like it. I think it was like, Lord, just please help us.
Yeah.
And yeah, last night's conversation. So I end up coming down. It was like 9:30. I had just kind of done my part with baby Luca.
8:30.
Oh, it was 8:30. I had done my part where I kind of rocked him to sleep. My small part, because Morgan does so much more with baby Luca than I do. But I had rocked him to sleep, and I came down, and I sat on the couch, and it was like there was still the weight. You could just very tangible. And I don't know how like I started the convo, but that's when stuff just started kind of flowing out. What do you remember?
Well, I started talking because while Paul was putting Luca to bed, I was down here trying to get into the Word and have quiet time. And
That's right.
during my quiet time, I just felt like a total Dumbo. I was reading Hebrews chapter 4, and I read it, and then I reread it, and I was like, literally, I could not tell you what I just read. Like, I could not even tell you one thing that just went in and out and didn't even compute. And, like, every other word, I was thinking about something with Luca and, like, breastfeeding and whatever. And, like, all this stuff. And,
So
I was trying to tell that to Paul.
Well, so I remember coming down, and it was just, there was weightiness in the air, and I remember asking you, like, I saw you with the devotional book, and I said, how's your reading going? I brought up something, but I was like, how's your Bible time going? And you were like, hasn't been good. I'm trying.
It's like, it's terrible.
And then, and I don't always word stuff great, you guys. I don't recall me wording anything like particularly bad last night. I don't always do a good job, for sure. But I remember just being like, how is something else going? I think I asked like, how's it been going, drinking your water? And then it just started kind of, the ball kept rolling, and here's been like an issue, if you will, not even an issue, but a difficulty. So we have this new baby. Literally, those of you, first I just want to say, those of you who have had a baby, I just want to applaud you guys. Like, man,
You guys are awesome.
Morgan and I have been genuinely humbled.
Yeah.
And we're about to go into more of that. But yeah, so I started going down, what was I saying? I started going down like a list of stuff, and it was clear that like the stuff that I'm bringing up, it's very important. It is important stuff on some level. I mean, I could just like, here's some of them. Morgan, how's it going with your devotions? How's it going with stretching? Because you were saying like your, back and leg was hurting. How's it going with drinking water, with work projects? And suddenly I'm feeling like this Morgan's teacher or Morgan's mother, like, Morgan, how's this going? How's this going? And it's hard for her to receive that when it is important stuff. And so it was just like things were just not really working. And I think that we're realizing like, okay, Morgan being a mother is first and foremost in so many ways. Like, that is the big thing, the God-given duty to keep this baby alive. And it's so, like Morgan said when she was trying to read the Bible and her mind kept going back to, okay, but how's breastfeeding going? Is my baby getting enough of this? He hasn't slept good, he hasn't taken good naps earlier, so it's just such this encompassing thing. But there still is over here this smaller circle. Here's taking care of the baby, and then there's this smaller circle of, but there still is stuff that is important for you and for your well-being and for us. Well, okay, what?
What? You're just talking.
So go on, pick it up.
No, go on.
No, pick it up. I'm just trying to like explain kind of what was happening last night, what we were feeling. Why are you laughing at me? Why are you laughing at me? I'm trying.
Oh, you're doing great, babe. Yeah, so basically I just started listing off a lot of things I was struggling with. Like, you didn't really ask me about all those things, but I just started sharing. Like, I haven't drank very much water today. I barely did this. I wasn't even able to get to that. The only thing I was able to do for myself today was shower, and even then I can't remember if I conditioned my hair.
Yeah, and we didn't go live yesterday, and you were saying you just didn't care about the topic. You've been having trouble engaging with the topics, and so it's just like, ugh.
Anyways, all in all, you guys, being a parent is incredibly hard, obviously. But it's weird because I guess I was not prepared and no one really prepared me, and I don't really even know if anyone could prepare you for what postpartum is like. I don't think that anyone could prepare us for what postpartum is like, and like just getting having to completely rewrite how you live your life day to day. And so it's just been like whoa, trying to figure that out. And like, there are like some other influencers or whatever, YouTubers, Instagrammers you see, and they're just like thriving, or so it seems. They're thriving on life. They're posting tons of videos after they just had a baby. They're, constantly put together. They're and it's like, I've talked about this before, struggling with comparison, but I don't even think that I'm struggling with comparison. I'm just struggling with like the frustration of like, is that genuinely their reality, or are they faking it online? Because if so, then I'm super annoyed by that.
But I don't just want to like go off on people that might be kind of faking it. Like, I think there are people that are just incredible.
Definitely.
And you're incredible. So I'm not, but I think there are just like, and that goes for like the husband and wife, because it's emotional for me too. I'm just looking at certain people, and one thing we asked ourselves, I asked Morgan, I was like, are we, and this is for real, it's not just being dramatic, like, are we weaker than a lot of couples? And we just started reflecting, and it was kind of like, how would we have done this right when we got married? And it's challenging for us because we have given advice of like, in your family, and we still, in so many ways, like, we stand by that, and we trust that God is going to give us the strength we need. Had we gotten pregnant right away when Morgan was 21, we believe God would have given us the strength we need. But now we're looking at it and we're like, you had 5 years to mature physically, emotionally, and it's still so challenging for us.
Yeah.
I had so many years to mature. I'm older. Had I been 21, and just like the pressures that I've been feeling, and kind of some anxiety with work stuff, and then trying to support you with stuff that you need or what I feel like you need, and it's just like a lot. And so
it's frozen. Oh man, guys, we're gonna have to call our internet. I don't know what in the world is happening. We were very scared all day long that this was gonna happen.
Let us know when we're unfrozen, you guys. Thank you, John.
That is annoying. So it literally froze. Someone says it's back.
All right, I think we're back. One more person let us know if we're back. Okay, we're good. We'll call the Wi-Fi you guys after this, or we'll email them and try to get worked out. It's been a little weirder as the weather's gotten colder, I think.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah, Morgan, do you remember what I was saying?
Just how, we used to like say, guys, like, trust the Lord, blah, blah, blah.
It's just so, there's so many times,
blah, blah, blah.
Not blah, 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 but there's so many times when it's just like, how are people, are we just weaker? And I know that there are plenty of people that would be like, oh, thank you Paul and Morgan for saying this. You're making me feel not so weak. But genuinely.
Yeah, I don't think enough people talk about just the transition of going from no kids to a child and just becoming parents and having to learn, like, how do we love one another? How do we still make each other a priority? How do we still make sure that we're getting things for work done? How do we have a social life? Do we have a social life, or do we just push that off for the next 3 years? I don't know. And so it's like, whoa, this is a wild. Um, I'm looking at my notes of what I wrote down. Um, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much everything, but it's just, yeah, I don't know. If you guys are struggling out there, whatever your struggle might be, just know you're not the only one struggling. You're not alone. There are people out there just like you trying to figure it out.
Well, and there is a bright spot. And like I said, I prayed earlier in the day, like, just help us, Lord. Please, just help us. And we had some significant breakthrough last night.
Yes.
Even if we are weaker, if genuinely,
In our weakness, he is strong, so.
amen to that. But even if we are, like, even if emotionally we're just not as strong as some other couples that kick butt, that just hit the ground running. Sure, they're going to encounter some obstacles, but they just kick butt. And we're just like over here struggling more than them. Even if that's the case, the Lord's going to be faithful to us. And we did have some breakthrough. And I think we kind of, after discussing it, at least from my perspective, when it comes back to your life, and it's both of our lives, but your life in regards to the other things that are still important, I encouraged you to try to at least make a list so it's not just like so scattered in your mind.
Yeah, definitely doing practical things to help me just feel like I'm getting things done, like literally just each night creating a to-do list for the next day and being okay if I don't finish the entire to-do list, but like I got some done, and that makes me feel more accomplished in the day, and not like I don't just feel like, oh my goodness, I just sat here all day long and just stared at my baby. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but things gotta get done. So yeah.
The Lord really, I felt like he came through in the midst of the heaviness. I felt like he came through. We had breakthrough. And then, this is maybe TMI, but guys, marriage, utilizing love making, and we've talked about it before, it is a huge blessing from God as well. And so we may or may not have ended the night like that, and it ended up, here we are the next morning, thriving, baby. We're thriving once again. It's not like everything is fixed, but I think there's a little bit more of a game plan, a little bit more stuff in place, and the communication is back stronger.
Yeah. I just want to encourage any of you moms out there, or moms to be, that like, we've talked about this before, but Instagram is amazing, but also really like dangerous. And like, there are some moms that I follow and see them post stuff, and I'm thinking in my head, how are they doing this? I kind of talked about this a little in my vlog that I posted on my vlog channel last week, of just like, seeing videos of moms making like 24 hours with my newborn, and I'm over here thinking like, I'm 11 weeks in, and like, can I even fathom doing a video like that? Like, that seems absolutely absurd. And then like, I won't start to get down on myself of, am I just pathetic? Am I weak? Am I just like so dumb that I can't like figure out how to live life? And obviously those aren't thoughts from the Lord. And so I have to remind myself of that, and remind myself that like, God called me to be a mother, and that is truly the most important job and title that I carry, besides wife. And so I need to be okay with turning away from social media and like just mothering my child the way the Lord has called me to mother him, and not put so much pressure on myself to look exactly like all these other super moms out there. So, yeah, you're a super mom to your baby. Don't forget it.
There you go. Really love you guys. You all are so supportive of us on this journey.
Yeah.
You're such a blessing. Love you. Comment below. If you can relate, if you were encouraged, or any encouragement for us, we appreciate it. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you again very soon. Have hope.
You and be free.
Oh, and we updated the Patreon roll, so new names are on there.
If you're in the live, we'll
I
be right back.
like to push random buttons.
Yes, he does.
Let's try this. Wait, what? Wait, is it not in there?
Oh, I guess not. One moment, and then it will be there.
See, little
Right
things that would be ready to go. Gotta have grace. Here it is. As you may have noticed, we get very few brand deals, which is why our patrons, the names you see here, are so important.
You guys really are the lifeblood of this ministry. We could not do this without you all. If you believe in this content and you want to partner with us on Patreon, click the link below or just go to patreon.com/Paulandmorganshow.